My name is Rosie Hedger. I translate from Norwegian into English, and I'm going to read an extract from Zero by Gine Cornelia Pedersen, which is published by Nordisk books. I'm 16 years old. I persuaded Mum to let me move out for college. I feel happy and uninhibited, unburdened by any core. I've got a summer job in a water park. The uniform is ridiculous, yellow and blue with a baseball cap. I refuse to wear the cap. My boss tells me it's the cap of the job. I make 60 kroner an hour. Sell ice creams as I'm forced to watch pedos and speedos pass me by, to listen as brats from Bergen beg their mothers for ice creams and hot dogs and thick western drawls. I pocket cash from the till to compensate for the unreasonable working conditions. Fistfuls of the stuff. I feel like Robin Hood. Shove the notes inside my bra and shoes, thousands of kroner. Spend my spoils on weed and beer and soft drinks and CDs and bus tickets. Ignore the phone when my boyfriend calls. I catch the bus to Tønsberg to see a friend. Meet others there who smoke weed too. Can't get high enough. Smoke everyone else under the table. Take the bus a few more stops and smoke some more. I've decided I don't give a shit about anything. I'm just going to do whatever I want. I break up with my boyfriend. We've been together for 2 years and he thinks it's time to propose. I think he needs his head checked. He loses it and slams the dashboard. I tell him I'm too young to settle down, that it's time we went our separate ways. He doubles over at the wheel. I ask him what's wrong. He grabs my wrist and tells me I can't leave him. Says he can't live without me. Says it's probably best we end things here and now, together, once and for all. I tell him I'm still young, that it would be stupid to throw in the towel now. I turn to grab the door handle. He clutches at my wrist. Won't let go, holds me tighter, pulls me closer. I tell him he needs to let me go. He starts the engine. I ask him what he thinks he's doing. Keep my cool, ask him to let me out. He locks the door. He's gazing into the distance, one hand around my wrist and the other on the wheel, steering us towards the main road. We're hurtling along at 90 miles an hour. I start thinking about the most trivial things, like the fact there are only 2 cigarettes left in my pack. I need to pick some up before the shop closes, that I need to shower before bed tonight, that I'll make a couple of sandwiches when I get home. I'm going to die. I grab my phone to call Mum. He snatches it from my hand and tosses it out of the window. I beg for my life, scream that I love him, that I want to spend the rest of my life with him. He tells me that's exactly what's going to happen. I realise it's too late. Can't hear a thing above the roar of the engine. We drive past a friend's house. The kitchen light is on. I can see the dining table and someone at the sink. I think of Mum. I scream. This must be it, my final death cry. The most primitive of sounds, the origin of everything, the end of everything. Soon there'll be nothing. No sounds, no thoughts. I can't believe my last breath will be scented with Little Tree's air freshener. I realise that death is a surreal affair. I prepare myself. Let go. He screams too. I see the rock face. Bury my face in my hands. 5 years old on a beach in Brazil. 8 years old at a tragic funeral. 10 years old on a police horse for my birthday. 14 years old and losing my virginity in a field. He slams on the brakes. The car spins. It comes to a halt. My hands are still covering my face. I look over at him. He's just sitting there. He reverses, turns the car around, drives slowly back in the direction we came from. Lights a cigarette. I start laughing. He says sorry, that he hadn't meant to lose it like that. I laugh, loud and frenzied. It hurts my stomach. It freaks him out seeing me like that, he says. But the whole thing is hysterical. All I can do is laugh. He pulls up outside my building, tells me he's going to kill himself, that this will be the last I see of him. I'm laughing uncontrollably. He rocks back and forth. I stop laughing.